It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior Live. I'll be your host today. Please put in the chat where you're from and who you are. When we start reviewing the news articles, if you want to look at our Facebook page, just click here and you can follow the articles along as we go. See you in a moment. Good morning. I'm Ron Brown. I'm your host today. It is Tech for Senior Live. It is September 15th, 2022. Today on the show, we're going to talk a little bit about health apps on your phone or smartwatch. We're then going to go over all the news features of the week. Lots of news happening this week. We're going to go over that. We have a great panel today, which I will introduce in a minute. If you're listening or watching, if you're listening on YouTube, hello, thank you for coming. If you are watching this as a YouTube short, just click the link in the description and you can listen to the show. We have, this is, of course, we have our Monday show, which is Tech for Senior. We have, we're going into, what is it, Huey, 129th? Or will this be 130? I can't remember. Anyways, it's getting pretty, we're going to do a lot of shows. So we'll be doing that, but not this coming Monday. This coming Monday will be the first one that we are going to be holding off on in light of the Queen Elizabeth's funeral. So there will be no broadcast this coming Monday, which is news that we've just decided on. And then I'm going to be introducing everybody. We have, of course, our this show is broadcast through StreamYard, and it goes out to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Our Monday show is a Zoom meeting. So if you are over on our Zoom channel and you're waiting for the meeting to start, hello there. It's not going to happen. You need to be in our, you need to be over on our YouTube feed. So if you want to, and how you get there, we have our website is www.techforsenior.com. Go there and you'll see a big red button. Just click that and it will bring you over to our YouTube channel. Or of course you can come to our Facebook page, which is, this is our Facebook page. And if you come over, this is where you can watch all our news articles we're going to be talking about, and also this is we're broadcasting the show here as well. So we have a great group today, a great panel. I'm of course Ron Brown. I'm on this little island west of Canada. You may look at all of us in this group here today and think, well, we're all in a studio and we're all sitting here drinking our coffee, having a good time, but we're not even in the same countries, right? We're spread all across Canada and the United States. I'm on the as I said, I'm on this little island in the Pacific Ocean. Whereas as far away as you can go on the other way, we've got Huey Popluck. Huey, you are from Bradenton, Florida, right?
Yeah, I sure am. I'm in Bradenton. If you don't know where it is, it's just south of Tampa and north of Sarasota. Mm-hmm. And where I live is about 4 miles from the Gulf of Mexico. Bradenton is right on the Gulf.
Right on the Gulf. So Huey, of course, Huey and I co-host the show on Monday, and we've been doing that. What is it, 129? I can't remember.
130 is coming up.
130 coming up. I can't count that.
Not this Monday. The following Monday.
Yeah. I don't have that many fingers and toes to count, right? So
Yeah, it's hard for me to count once I get past that point.
it is indeed. Yes. So Huey, of course, Huey and I also do a show once a month, which is coming up, learning Chromebooks. We talk about Chromebooks, eh?
That's next week.
Is that next week?
Week from today. Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding. These months go by so darn fast. Oh man. Wow. All right.
That's what happens when you're having fun.
I
Yep.
guess. Hey, yes, indeed, indeed. Of course, who's talking now is Bill James. Bill James is he's our gadget guy. Now we always label Bill as a gadget guy, but he's really not. He's a man of all trades, and he of course does a lot of work with APCUG. He's a guru, teaches Windows 10, teaches Windows 11. He teaches it all, and we are so happy to have Bill with us. He only can make it one Thursday a month. So, and you are from Oklahoma, right?
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma.
Well,
City.
actually, outside of Oklahoma City, the town I live in is called Midwest City, and it's
okay.
the home of Tinker Air Force Base.
Okay, right.
So,
right. We went to, when I was there, we went to. Do you have the big cowboy museum there? Is that
yes,
where
the National. Well, I want to say National Cowboy Hall of Fame, but that's not the correct title anymore. I think it's the Museum of Western History. I think they've changed the name, but yes, it's a huge facility that has a lot of exhibits from Western days, from all the way from movies to our own territorial days. So it's a very interesting facility
Right.
with a couple Remingtons, if you are interested in those kinds of things, and some very large murals that's in the banquet hall. They're definitely worth seeing.
And the thing that was really interesting when I was there is the rooms and rooms of barbed wire. They have these panels where you slide out this drawer, and it shows you a style of barbed wire. And there's tens of thousands of styles of barbed wire, and they're all history of all these different types of barbed wire. I thought that was so cool.
I saw that also, and I was amazed. I didn't realize that there was so many different types and the reason behind why they're that way. It's a very fascinating facility that you cannot see in one day.
That's true.
So you have to plan at least 2 days if you want to try to cover most of it.
That's for sure. Now, before I introduce, of course, our last person, I'm going to just remind everyone that we don't know who's out there and who's listening to us. So if you would be so kind, if you are out there and you are listening, put your name in the chat, and if you could tell us where you're from, that would be great. And also, if you're using a health app, we're going to be talking about health apps on your phone or watch today. Later on, so you put that in there, and then we'll see who's listening. Now, the last person, of course, is being with us since day one. He's a very good friend of ours. He's a man of all trades. We call him our security expert, but he really is a prolific person who creates a lot of YouTube videos on all sorts of technology issues. Mostly, he's very interested in security, but he's a man of all trades. He's a really nice guy, and that's Mr. Bob Gustisha. Welcome.
Good morning. I just about made it to the show before we got started.
Yeah. Indeed. You're missing your shades. Bob had his shades on.
I had a appointment with the eye specialist this morning.
Yeah.
And when I got home, I noticed that my wife had taken back her glasses. So.
Oh, really? Alice took her glasses back. You said those were fighting words. You were going to.
Yes. So hopefully she's going to pick up another pair and bring back one for me.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm also using a new camera.
Oh, are you?
And Huey, you should be familiar with it because it's the center cam.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I got right here.
Yep.
Put
Same
your
for me.
Oh, isn't that cool?
There's the camera right there. One tiny little piece. Yep.
Excellent. Oh, that's cool. Very, very interesting. Huey, do we have anybody listening? Do we have any comments?
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of people out there. Believe it.
There's actually people want to listen to us.
Yeah.
Bernard says Sterling Heights Computer Club, Detroit, Michigan. Hello, Bernard. Liz Milford, of course, from Ohio. Bob Baxter, Bellevue, Washington, 61 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be cooler today, fall weather. Olive Cousin, hi from mixed cloudy Willamette Valley in Oregon. Gene Lingenfelter, Sunshine, Pennsylvania. Gerald Smith, West Seattle, cloudy Google stop development. Yeah, I heard about that on the new Pixel book. We'll probably talk about that today. I think that's coming up. You're right. George from Victoria, Canada, added AFib. Oh, yeah. George from Canada added AFib alerts to my Fitbit Sense yesterday. Fitbit announced availability outside. Yes, I'm doing a video on that. Actually, we're lots of talk on that. George, I'm coming down to have lunch with you today. That's why I have to leave right at 10 o'clock. I'll be at the Arbutus Golf and Country Club. So if you want to drop by for lunch, I'll see you there. Murray Strom, okay, I found the link finally. Good morning from Victoria, BC, where it's overcast, rain forecast for tomorrow. Havana Stewart, Argyle, Texas. Ron, what kind of HP printer did you purchase? My Epson XP640 has a firmware problem. I had to take it to a place to get fixed. Ink cost too much. I will put in I'll have to go upstairs and have a look. I can't remember what the name of it's my wife's printer. It's upstairs. It's the current one at Costco. I'll put it in I'll either send you the direct link, or I'll put it in the link in the show.
I can highly recommend an Epson ET 2720. Yep. Which has a tank, no more cartridges, just an ink tank, and it lasts for more than a year.
Yeah. They've got those at I wanted to do the HP because I wanted to do I'm doing an article on the HP Instant Ink. I wanted to find out if that was a good deal or not, and so far I think it's great. And I've been adding it in our newsletter and publishing so far what was happening. But both are great. Stu from Borthoff, Dunedin, Florida. Dick Vogel, Sanford, Florida. Sally Ann Mowbray, summer is over. Not using a health app. Okay, well, that's interesting. Dick Vogel, Bob, your eyes look good.
At least they are now open.
Mike Lehman from Moncton, New Brunswick. Great. Canada, I have a Galaxy Watch 4 Classic and an Oura Ring. Oh, you got both. So listen, sorry, go back to that one. Go back. Mike, if you can put in the chat, do you have any preference to either the Oura Ring or the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic? I wonder if there's an advantage to one or the other. Be interesting to know. Irving, hi from Ottawa, 44 degrees last night. Do not have a smartwatch yet. Joel Sandberg, Lake Worth, Florida, near West Palm Beach, southeast north of Fort Lauderdale.
And we're caught up.
So, all right. So I thought I'd just talk about health apps and let me tell you mine first. I'll tell you what I use mostly. First of all, then maybe we can go to, and then Bill James just did a talk yesterday. So we'll maybe let Bill go and then we'll see what everyone else has. So as you know, I own the Fitbit Sense and I also own the Galaxy Watch 4. But I have a Pixel phone, so I really like the Fitbit Sense. I like the Sense, and what I use it for in the morning, what I mostly use it for, because I'm otherwise a healthy guy, but I have terrible trouble sleeping at night. I have insomnia, and I have a CPAP machine, and I have all sorts of problems sleeping. And what I do is my doctor recommended, and this actually has worked very well, having an afternoon nap. And so when I have poor sleep at night, I have a nap. and I usually go down to sleep about 12:30 and sleep till about 1:30, and that just sets me up for the day. So on my Fitbit Sense, if I get up in the morning and I'm below a score of 70, then it's nap time and I budget a nap in for the day. If it's above 70, which it often isn't, then I don't need it. So that's that I get up in the morning and I have a look at my watch, and that's how I budget my day, is based on my sleep pattern. So that's that's my main use of my watch. Bill, have you got any what's your thoughts on what do you use it for?
Well, I use it mostly to measure my blood pressure.
Oh, okay.
That's been the big deal with me, and I have my watch set to continuously monitor it. So
You have the Galaxy 4 watch?
I have the Galaxy 4 watch,
Right.
and
That's
so
cool.
it then syncs with Samsung Health,
Yeah.
and it has that. I use that. I use the ECG also, because I can take my ECG on my watch.
Right.
So those are the two ones that I use.
So now
I
your
look at
blood
the
pressure,
sleep. Go ahead.
your blood pressure that you do you now see, it won't, you have to have a Samsung phone for this to work, and I don't have a Samsung phone, so
Yeah,
the health app won't work. I can't make it work. So do you have to push a button to do the blood pressure, or does it automatically just
it's
do it?
continuous. You go in your settings on the phone
Oh, okay.
and the watch and set it for continuous, so it continuously
Monitors.
monitors your blood pressure.
Oh, cool. Do you get a graph then at the end of the day,
And
or
you get a graph. I wish I could show it, and I can't. Well, there you can see a little bit of it there.
Sure. Okay. Oh, cool. That's a big feature. I like that feature.
Yeah, that's the thing that I really appreciate. So, and then I can also print that out. And my doctor is quite proactive, and so I just give him the phone, and he can look at my progress. I mean, I don't have to print anything, so he's okay with. Well, I should say she's okay with that.
Right.
So
That's good. All right. Now, Huey, you have a
Galaxy 4.
you have the Galaxy 4 watch, and you also have a Samsung, the S22, don't you?
Yep.
Do you use any of the health apps on your
Nope.
You don't.
I don't wear my watch that often. It bothers my wrist.
Okay. All right.
And the band does. It's not the watch. It's on the underside. I've switched bands a couple of times. One I have now is a metal one, but my wrist just starts itching like crazy.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
You think it's the sensor on the back of the watch?
No, because it's the band, not the watch side that itches.
What about a cloth band?
I don't know.
They have one. I mean, Samsung has one in their.
So I don't wear it at night. I don't wear it during the day.
Right.
No,
It's sitting
wear
right next
mine.
to you right now charging, because if I leave it off and don't charge it within a day or so, it's dead anyway. Whether I wear it or don't wear it, it doesn't matter.
Well, you have to manage your. I think Dewey talked about that too. You have to manage your charging cycles, and I've learned to do that. Is that like if I go in the shower, I will put it on the charger before I go,
Right.
and then take off. So I kind of keep it constantly charged.
One of the big problems I found with the Galaxy 4 watch is it doesn't have fast charging, and this is the Fitbit Sense has fast charging. The new Apple Watch has fast charging, and of course the Galaxy 5, the next version of it has fast charging. So they're getting around the slow charging with the Galaxy 4 watch.
Right. And the 5 also has a larger battery. One of the drawbacks, and I don't know if it's a drawback or not, but the 5 doesn't have the rotating bezel that a lot of people like, and I like the rotating bezel.
Right.
So that's kind of the trade-off.
Okay.
But
Bob, do you
cheap my
Wise
watch
Okay.
So I occasionally check my oxygen saturation level
Right.
and my heart rate or blood pressure. It's not heart rate, the blood pressure. That's
Ah,
it.
that's good.
I don't worry about sleep because sleep is whatever sleep is. Friday night and Saturday night, I take my NyQuil and I have great sleep. And the other nights, oh well, whatever happens, happens.
Happens. Okay.
And I also, like Huey, I can't continuously wear the watch. So I take it off at night. That gives me
Oh, okay.
my skin a rest. And then
Right.
I'm fine to wear it for the rest of the day.
Right. Okay.
And unlike worrying about charging of the watch, this thing lasts for 7 or 8 days. And then you put it on, and an hour later, it's charged up again. So
All right.
Well, I
Very.
will say the Galaxy will charge probably in about 45 minutes. So that is, I mean, it's not super fast, but it will at least get within. You're not using it for about an hour before it gets charged up. But yeah,
Right.
the batteries are a big problem.
So, what there's a new. So one of our listeners mentioned, and this is the continual monitor. Like one of the big issues is atrial fibrillation monitoring, and as Bill mentioned, he does an ECG occasionally, and the ECG primarily on these watches is to decide whether or not you have atrial fibrillation. It doesn't tell you if you're having a heart attack or you need to go to the hospital or anything like that. It basically is doing an interpretation to see if you have atrial fibrillation. Well, on the Fitbit series, and it is about a month ago, there was an update in the software, and now it does continual monitoring. In other words, it monitors you 24/7 on a continual basis. And I'll be having a video coming out about that next week. And it is now it's now there in Canada and the United States. It was downloaded onto my watch about a month ago, and it's expanding into a lot of different countries. So it'll be continually monitoring, not just when you push the button. Now, Apple with their OS 9, which is the next version, which is out now, will offer the same thing. This is a feature that's coming, and it will be on the new Apple watches and the new if yours takes OS 9, then it will work. I'm not sure how Apple's going to work it, if they're going to charge for it or if it's just going to be part of the feature. I'm just not sure yet because it's just coming out. Bill, on the Galaxy Watch 4, it's coming, and I'm not sure you're probably a little more in tune with that because you've just done have you heard anything about that coming where it's going to be continual monitoring?
It's already there. You mean continuing monitoring of your heart rate?
No, whether you have atrial fibrillation or not.
Um, hold
I
on a
know it's
second.
coming. I know it's coming. It's a software update, and it will continually monitor whether or not you have atrial
I don't
fibrillation.
know. I have to. I got an update on my watch yesterday. I mean, on my watch yesterday, so I'm not sure what features were added. Um, I'll have to go look and see if
Okay.
there's a setting because it's something. It's probably a switch you turn on.
Yes, it'll be part of the upgrade to the
Right.
software, and it'll be just a switch because the sensors are all there and it works. So,
Excuse me.
but it is available on the Fitbit Sense now, and I've been using it for the past month. So that's sort of cool, and we had one of our listeners alluded to that. All right, before we
Want to
get
go to comments?
yeah, let's do the comments. Does anyone have any comments? Mike says, I use the Aura for sleep tracking and my watch mostly for notifications. Okay. What model Epson ink tank, please? Joel wants to know. What one do you have, Bob? Is that
hold on, and I'll tell you. ET2720.
they're on sale now at
It's
Costco?
EcoTech. Yeah, EcoTech.
There's two versions. There's two versions at Costco on sale now. I guess one of them has more ink or something. I don't know what the expense. There's a more expensive and a less expensive. Does one have more ink than the other one? I'm not sure.
I've had this thing now for 3 years.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
And I just added ink to it a couple of days ago.
Right.
But
Okay.
this reservoir lasts, and I do quite a bit of printing, over a year. And then you get notified when you get low, and
just
you
put
can
more
see
in.
it just by looking at it, and you just put ink back in it, and that's it. That's
Steve,
simple.
Steve, of course, is mentioning I use Dexcom's Clarity on my iPhone to monitor glucose. So he's using the Dexcom blood sugar monitoring device on his arm, and it's, I guess, linking through a wireless connection to his iPhone where it's going to store the information. Ron and Bob, how does the print quality of the EcoTank printers compare to the quality of color laser printer? Better. EcoTank printers would print better. Laser printers print okay color, but you get much better inkjet printer with EcoTank, or the inkjet gives you better color. Although, I must say, like, I don't know, for most of my usage, I've got a laser color printer. It's fine, but I don't print pictures really. If I want pictures, I'll just, have them printed locally.
I do print pictures, and
Yeah.
you can't tell the difference between it being printed or my taking it down and having them print it. Same
Right.
thing, as
Same
long
thing.
as you have the proper paper.
Paper.
Don't expect to print a picture quality picture when you're using regular paper. That doesn't work. It may look nice, but that's not the same as using the glossy paper that's designed specifically for pictures.
Okay. George says itching watch bands. Me too. I wrap my Fitbit watch band with a shoestring. Okay. Dick Vogel, my Fitbit Sense watch band bothers me too. It is even raised a blister. I cannot find a replacement band like the leather bands we used to use on old watches. There's a lot of third-party watch bands out there. I mean, Amazon's got like a bazillion of them. I'm sure that there's some there, you'll be able to find one out there. And that's one of the things about smartwatches, is that you really, because a lot of the health applications they monitor are all occur at night. So it's really, all my life, I took my watch off at bed when I went to bed, and I put it by the bedside table. But I had to retrain myself. That was a big deal, to retrain my brain to wear it 24/7. Alex says, what do you guys think about iOS ecosystem, watch, and smartphone? Well, we're going to talk about that today. Alex, did you know that the Apple Watch 6, or the iPhone 16 is completely sold out in the United States and China, the two biggest markets? It is sold out. And I'm thinking, oh, wow. So it is in the United States as of last month. 52% of the people owned iPhones. So it now is the dominant ecosystem in the United States.
So somebody must like the ecosystem.
Yeah, someone must like it. I think it's great. I love I think the Apple Watch and the iPhone are great pairs. I'm not into the Apple ecosystem, but for sure I'm 100% supportive. And we always have to be aware that half our readership or listeners are probably got an iPhone, right? So and it's just we don't have iPhones. So it's not something that we normally can talk about, because we just don't own them. Kathleen says, my Apple Watch has a leather band, which does not bother my sensitive skin. Also, the watch was able to connect with my chart. Jolin's here. Jolin, great. Says, sorry for being late. Just got home from running errands. Greetings from low country of South California. Thank you again to Bill for his wonderful presentation at our Hilton Head Computer Club last Monday. Thank you. Good positive responses from those watching. Jolyn is a good friend of ours. She is the Techies Tech. She spends 7 or 8 hours a day doing tech work at the Hilton Head Computer Club every single day. So she is, if you have tech problems, Jolyn does a lot of tech work. She knows how to solve problems. So welcome, and thanks for listening. Richard.
Yeah, it was a wonderful experience. Thank you, John.
Yes, good. Richard said, where is the setting on watch for to keep blood pressure continuous.
Okay.
You know,
Hold on. Give me a second.
Is
All
that
right.
the software on your phone?
no,
It's on the phone.
it's on the phone. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not on the watch. Bill's looking that up. Kathleen says, I am out of ink cartridges for an HP LaserJet printer. The cartridges now cost over $500. Really? Tell me again, please, what model of Epson is and what the ink art costs. So, Bob, you already said
it's an EET, Edward Thomas 2720 series.
And the ink.
That's the one that I have, but
yeah,
they have many different series.
right.
As I said, mine is 3 years old. I'm sure there's newer ones out there, but they do still sell the ET 2720.
Do you have
I'm
any
very
idea
happy with it.
what the ink costs?
I just bought ink, and that was $47, and that took care of the black and the other cartridges. So it's the whole series in one box
for $50.
Yeah, under $50.
Is the liquid ink, is that just black and then the colors are cartridges, or are they all liquid?
They are all colors. They are all ink. They
Okay.
are not cartridges. They're separate bottles, and it's marked what's in each box. And all you do is just plug it in, and that's it. Gobble, 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 and it's filled. No mess, no ink on your fingers. They have that pretty well perfected.
All right. Well, Bill's looking that up. Let's get to work. We should probably, we've probably got people saying, hey, what the heck is the, Bob says ET 2720 is old model, current model 2850, costing $280. There you go. Right on the Bob. Thank you. 2850.
Canada, so that's Canadian money.
No Bobs. Christine says, oh, hell, Chris Gould's here. Hi, Chris. The new collage feature looks cool. I don't have it yet, though. Yes, we'll talk about that today. That's one of the articles. Hopefully, we get to.
Yep.
All right, let me share my screen, and we will share the screen now and see.
Now I'm going to go to Facebook. So.
You got Huey. You got the first article again. You rascal, you. Let me just get this a little bit bigger. All right, there you go. Walmart now lets you virtually model. Oh, so just remember, if you want to watch us, you can see all our articles over on our Facebook page, and that's just where our Facebook page is. So what's this all about? Virtual.
You submit a picture of not nude, but probably in your underwear. And then you can try on, I think they said 27,000 or is it 270,000 pieces of clothes that you can try on, and all the different sizes and so on, and see what it's going to look like on your body.
Huh. Now, little old paranoid me, and maybe Bob's thinking the same thing. Who gets to keep the picture?
That's one of the things in the article. It said that we're not too sure who can get access to those pictures. So you certainly don't want to be nude, but you might want to.
Bob, have you got any thoughts on that, Bob?
I'll try my clothes on myself and hope there's no camera inside that changing booth. Besides, if somebody actually took my picture in the nude, good luck, baby. Enjoy.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be a big demand for mine.
No,
either.
I don't think so. For young people, that's something to worry about. For us, they'd run the other way. So
exactly. All right. This was an article came out this morning. This was interesting. This is on big electric trucks. You all assume that how are you going to charge them? They're driving down the highway, blasting down there, and then you think, well, you got to fast charge them. Well, not so. They're going to be swapping the batteries out. In other words, they'll have charge. They'll be pre-charged, and you just swap this battery out, and your truck will continue to go. So you don't have, trucks aren't down for long periods of time charging. They just swap the battery packs out.
So
I hadn't thought about that
propane-
before, but that sounds like a real good idea if they can make the batteries where they're the same for certain cars and for certain trucks, and then you just swap out. It would certainly speed things up, and then it charges, and then somebody else gets the next one that's already charged. And so all you have to do is swap it out.
the same as we now do with propane tanks for
Yeah.
our. Yep.
There was a video I saw last year in China where they actually, some of the cars developed there, they have, when you drive up with an EV into a gas station, the back of your trunk opens up, and the robot takes out the battery and puts a new battery in that's charged, closes the trunk, and off you go. So there's no plugging in to charge. They just swap the batteries out, and that's how they work. So I thought, so this is a bigger version of that. I thought that's sort of cool.
And then how are we going to have airplanes non-gas?
Well, that's very, very interesting because, as you know, I live on an island, a little island off the coast of British Columbia. There's a big seaplane port here, one of the largest in the world, and they are doing a pilot right now. They've been working on this for the last 2 years, electric seaplanes. And they've been actually between Nanaimo and Vancouver, which is about a 40-minute, I guess a 30-minute run. No, 20, actually be about a 20-minute run. They're using 2 electric twin otters. And so they will be, so it is, they've been doing it now for 2 years. So they do have electric planes. Bill, I got this for you. Have you ever seen, because Bill's into gadgets and he did not see this. Maybe you saw the article or not. But Bill, this is forget coffee machines. How about a cup of noodle machine? $37. And this is the device. And that's what it does. Now, basically, it's a kettle, right? Yeah, you put your cup of noodles on the bottom here. You put water in the top. You click the button, and it I guess it takes hot water and it puts it into the cup of noodles, and there you have your noodles, and that's what it looks like, and you can time it. And you put your water in the top, and out it comes, and there's your cup of noodles.
I have an electric teapot that I just put the water in that. It boils, and I pour it into the cup.
But it's not a gadget. So what do you? So Bill, are you going to race out and buy that? What do you think?
Only time I've ever had a cup of noodles, it was in a restaurant. Oh, I'm sorry, in a hotel where there was no restaurant anywhere near it, because that had on occasion been my supper.
But that's pretty cool.
$37 US.
Wow.
Cup of, yeah. So I thought, I got to show that to Bill this morning. I thought that's so cool.
Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah. All right. This is a big announcement. I don't know if you guys saw this. This just came out this morning. I am using Canva more and more and more. It's a product that I really like. They're actually, the company is an Australian company worth about $26 billion now, and they're launching a productivity suite to take on Google Docs and Microsoft Office. So it's an interesting company. And I thought that was an interesting project. I really, really like Canva. I use it a lot now.
Yeah, I'm using it more and more. And with their emphasis on graphics, having a Google Doc or some kind of a document program, and then being able to work with the Canva graphics probably can make some interesting
Mhm.
newsletters and other documents. So it might be a good fit. I'm going to
Yeah.
have to take a look at that.
Have a look. Have a look. And I put this on there just, Huey, did you see this? Starlink
Yeah,
arrives in Antarctica?
yeah. It's now Starlink is on all the continents, and so that's showing that there's a dish there in Antarctica. They put up another a bunch of satellites just since last week. And there was supposed to be another liftoff last night. I don't know if it went up or not. I did not see, but it was supposed to have 54 more satellites. So
Now it's
they're putting them up every couple of weeks now with
yeah,
50
yeah.
some odd at a time.
Now it's interesting because, the new of course, the Apple, the new Apple, the new iPhone 16, one of the new features is that if you're in a car crash and you're not within cellular service, you can hold the phone up and you can point it up to the stars, and it will connect with a a satellite and be able to transmit, information to, 911. I guess the question, but they didn't choose Starlink. They chose a different service.
Yeah, they're using one that's a little bit lower. Starlink doesn't have that capability yet. They've announced they're going to, but they have to put a new what they call a Series 2 satellites up, and they don't even have a rocket yet that will do that.
Hmm. Interesting, eh? Wow. Yes, and this was the article that I mentioned earlier, came out this morning. iPhone 4 iPhone 14. Was it 14 or 16? I thought it was
I
uh,
think
it
the
was the
operating system is 16, but the phone is 14.
14. Sorry,
Right.
my mistake. All iPhone 14 Pro models now sold out across US and China. Like that's a lot of phones. They're doing something right. This is what, Chris. I was talking to Chris last night about this. Chris Gould, of course, who's listening today and has my favorite Sunday show called The Button Show, uh, where she talks about, she's a product expert for, Google Photos. Um, Google is revamping the memories and the collage editor. And he says, we have a show this Sunday. There you go. There you go.
She probably saw it in the article I posted before you posted yours.
Okay. So we both are, yeah. So there, this is, if anyone has this feature, even Chris didn't have it yet. So it's not out yet.
It's
But
on the
Yeah,
phone. It's on the phone. I have it on the phone.
oh, do you have it, Bob?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm anxious to try it
I want to
because
see it on the internet. I don't want to see it on the phone. Things are too
yeah,
small on the phone.
most collage programs only have little squares or maybe rounded corners, but it's not what I want for a collage. I want to be able to cut out a picture and have maybe in a heart shape or in a no shape, just a glob, and cut out all the pieces and parts you don't want. And I do have a program from going back to many years ago that still works that I use to do that because none of the other collage programs do that. But I looked at the article and it looks like this one may. So I'm going to
Could be a
get
good
to
one.
try that as well.
Bob, Microsoft patches another 0 day on Microsoft. This apparently was a bad one.
Yep. Where are we going? Okay, yeah. Microsoft patches a new 0 day affecting all versions of Windows. In other words, update, people, update.
Update, right? Okay. Oh, now this is cool. This is, DJI announced an exciting new Osmo Action 3 camera. Now, the thing that's cool about this is it can do video in a vertical mode, which, of course, for, TikTok and for, YouTube Shorts is a really important issue. So you can actually do the videos in a vertical mode and actually switch them to a horizontal mode. And this will be about $350, and I think this is out now actually. And
Don't you have the Osmo, but you have an older model?
I do. I do, and I don't particularly like it. I would buy a GoPro, but this is a new, but it doesn't do that. That's a cool feature if you're doing shorts.
I do that with my phone.
Apple's Watch Series 8 review, still the best smartwatch. Again, I'm not going to go into that. We've talked a lot about the watches now, but this, of course, is the one. Bob, 5 years of data. What's this all about?
Well, there's a study that was completed, and it goes back for 5 years, and it shows that SSDs are actually more reliable than the old hard drives.
Oh,
So, lots of people are still under the impression you have an SSD, the thing won't last long. Yeah, it might be fast, but it doesn't last. Well, that's not the case.
okay. Good information. And here's the, so you've actually used the collage editor then, Bob?
Yeah, I've tried it on the phone. There's still quite a bit of learning to do. And as I said, the phone is not my favorite place to do any of this stuff. My fingers are too big. My eyes don't work the same as they used to. And even with the Pixel 6, which is a large phone, it's still too small for me.
Okay. And that would be a Google Photos update that you did, eh? That's what it probably came in on a Google.
It was, yeah, when the update happened, this automatically happened. The next little article gives you a little GIF and actually shows you how it works, the collage
Okay.
maker.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. You can move
You
things
pick
around.
them, then you
And it
do
saves
the
it.
collage, and then you can now go ahead and change them. You can also pick backgrounds and stuff that changes things. And there's going to be more and more of those things that you can, that they'll make available. And I'm sure there's already a third party working on coming up with new backgrounds that will make them more interesting.
Cool. Thanks, Bob. That's a good
Mhm.
one. That's a good one. Now you did a video on this. Right-click menu in Windows 11.
Yep. And if you're used to the right click menu, I mean, it's been there forever. Right click menu gives you choices of things you can do with what you select. But in Windows 11, they were being nice. They didn't want you to have that great big long menu with all the things that are available. So they have a short menu and then they have a long menu. But by default, when you do a right click, you only get to see the short menu. And I, unfortunately, most of the time want to see something that's part of the big menu. And this shows you how you use the right click menu.
The one difference in the right click menu in Windows 11 as opposed to Windows 10, I'm used to looking at the word delete in that list. Now they've made a little trash can icon at the top.
Right.
I keep looking for the word first, and then I have to. So it always takes me a couple of seconds longer to delete something.
Yeah, the copy, all of those things are separate. They have icons for them.
Yeah.
So
All right. Now, Huey, I'm sure you'll have some comments. Bill, did you get that Richard Clarkson wanted to know about where the setting was? Did you find the setting? Unmute yourself and Huey, well, Bill's getting that. Do we have any comments to look at?
Okay, let's take a look. Let's see.
Stan says Starlink last night was canceled due to. Is weather really a big factor with Starlink?
Well, any liftoffs, if it's cloudy or raining or lightning, they just have to have the field clear for retrieval and for it to get through the clouds and without a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bob, Olive Collins said, Bob, you might like to try casting your phone to a smart TV for editing Google. Good idea.
yeah, what I do now is I have an app that I use called Visor, Vysor, and I can project my phone over to my screen on the computer, and that's one way to make things bigger.
Right. Can you go back, Hugh? Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking about Jim, gift for Chris. Yeah. New Apple Ultra Watches dive computer. I was thinking about, because of course Chris and Jim are divers, and I thought, yeah, that I wonder if they're going to get the new watch.
That's it.
Bill, did you find the answer?
Yeah, it's actually on the watch, not the phone.
Oh, really?
I
Okay.
had to go hunt for it.
So it's a setting on the watch.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Well, why don't you go to the next article while he's looking?
Yep.
Okay. Let's go down one here.
Oh, that was the video
Oh,
that I
okay.
did.
Do you want me to play it?
Yeah, go ahead. It's only
This is
there's audio. You got to turn the audio on.
Music director Bill James.
This is one of our new intros.
Yeah, I learned a new way to create to use
Your staff,
PowerPoint
Ron
and
Brown,
create this.
Huey Poplock, co-host, Bob Gostisha, security expert, Ray Baxter, music director, Bill James, gadget, and Windows guru. The tech
There's a feature in PowerPoint where you can morph and you set it up a certain. And I happened to watch a video how to do that, and I tried it, and that's what I got out of it.
Now the question is, how do I get rid of that?
Scroll down, it disappears.
No, it's not. Just click on it, and it should fill up the screen, I think.
expert.
There, yeah, and now you hit the X on the top left. There you.
Okay. All right. Let's come back to. There we go. So I got to go back down to. Just hold on a second. We'll come back down to. Keep going.
Oh, we've covered a lot of articles today.
We covered a lot of articles. Let's just keep going.
Now the continuous monitoring is only for the heart rate.
So it's not for your blood pressure.
Not for your blood pressure. Hold on.
I didn't think it would be a pretty incredible feat of technology to continually monitor your blood pressure. But heart rate continuously monitoring would be certainly something most watches could do.
And you go into the watch and go to settings, and it then says measure continually, and just turn that on, and that's just for the heart rate.
Heart rate.
I thought it was for blood pressure, but it's what I've been monitoring is my
Your heart rate.
Heart rate.
Okay. Thanks, Bill. So Huey, what's this about?
This is a 1980 TRS-80 pocket computer. Had 1.9K of memory for $250.
And that was back in 1980.
Yep.
Reminds me of my Atari I bought, eh? Bob, every Apple Watch Ultra feature designed to keep you alive.
It brings out all the features that are part of that new model of your Apple Watch.
Amazing.
And it concentrates strictly on those health apps.
Amazing. And here's your new center cam stationary webcam.
Yeah, I made a little video that compares the difference between the center cam and my stationary webcam.
So, and you're looking at the two. Well, yeah, I guess I'll watch the video. But do you like the center cam? It's working well for you.
Yes, but you will notice that my Nexico cam, although it's stationary, the picture on that thing, as you said many times, is just simply
Oh,
gorgeous.
it is. It is. I want to swap out my $300 camera that I bought for that.
Yep.
Do you want to trade? I'll make an even trade, Bob.
Yeah, and John said she enjoys her center cam as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yep. Yep. It does make you front and center. You're actually looking at, well, because it's facing, it's right in your eyes, so your
Right.
eyes are right center with that camera.
Right.
The
So
only
it's
problem is
like,
sometimes if I'm reading something off the screen, I
yes,
can't see a word or two underneath it.
yep.
All right. As I said, high demand for iPhone 14 Pro line crashed Chinese servers. It also it also sold out in the United States.
One
Amazing.
other comment Chris had.
Bob, how about using Android Google Photos app on a Chromebook? All the advantage of the app on a big screen.
Unfortunately, until I buy a new Chromebook, that's not going to happen. Mine said the June was the end of life, and we've now gone past June, so
Okay.
I would have to buy a new Chromebook.
Yeah. Good point, Chris. That's one of the big
Yep.
advantages of Chromebooks is you can use the Android apps on a Chromebook, which is great. I'm not going to go into this article. This is the article that talks about the atrial fibrillation monitoring on the Watch OS 9 with the new operating system that's come out. So that's the article there. Bob, chairless magic chair. What's this all
Well,
about?
I primarily posted this because it caught my eyes and I read it, and it goes into quite a bit of detail with little videos and all the things. And don't buy it. That's all I can tell you.
Well,
It
we
sounds
know this.
like, gee, this is just what you need anytime you go someplace where you have to wait online and stuff. But as you'll find out, this guy was flat on his you know what.
There was an article many months ago about this, and you wear it on your legs, and I guess when you bend a certain way, you can lock it in position so it creates a chair.
Well, except you'll see from the
It didn't
videos,
work, huh?
no, it doesn't work.
All right. Um, what is fishing and how to? There you go. There's Bob and his shades. Alice's shades, I guess we'll have to say.
Yeah, right. As I said, they were missing after she left this morning. So,
All right.
and I wasn't here to stop her.
A vast news companion. What's this about?
It's a new add-on to your browser, Chromium-based browser. And what it helps you to do is to avoid leaning left or right. It will let you know which way an article is actually slanted. And it will also monitor for things that are just totally, utterly wrong and incorrect, so that you don't wind up with, oh my God, why did this person ever? Well, they never did it. Okay. But
Oh.
in the newspaper, and the other thing is, quite often the papers have a redaction, which totally changes what the original article was, but that was never really released. This will let you know when such a redaction is actually made.
So is it like an overlay for? Do you use that in conjunction with like Google News, for example? Do you or is it its own news service?
No, no, it's an extension that you add to your browser.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and it monitors in the background.
Ron, a couple final comments.
Okay.
Okay, we're talking about the center cam being in the way.
Jolin says, Huey, that's what the scroll bar is for grins. Steve Parker, Huey, if you move the center cam towards you. Can you see past the cam?
Yeah.
George Bowden says, switching expired Chromebook to developer mode allows loading Linux, not a boat anchor after all. There you go. So buy a new Chromebook, Bob. There you go.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Indeed.
I just bought a center cam.
Chris says there was an episode on sitcom Silicon Valley that showed that chair. Funny. Steve Parker says, Bob, where did the name brushing come from?
I don't know. I didn't make up the name. That is the name that somebody gave it.
Olive Cousin says, we could start a GoFund Bob account to get Bob a new Chromebook. Start a GoFund for me. Well, with that, we have to leave. I want to thank everyone for coming. Bill James, it's always been fun having you as usual. Thank you so much. And of course, the big news, of course, is for everybody, there will not be a show this Monday. It will be out in the newsletter on Saturday. There will not be a show on Monday, and in lieu of Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. And we will see everybody back this Thursday next week, and for a show the following week. Thanks, everyone, and have a great week. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.